Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Legal Information, Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. In today's video, we will deeply discuss an important topic under Hindu law: how to prove joint family property in a partition suit. If you are involved in a family dispute over ancestral property, or planning to file or defend a partition suit, this video will help you understand the legal process, burden of proof, types of evidence needed, and landmark Supreme Court judgments. Let's begin. Part 1: Meaning of joint family property. Under Hindu law, joint family property, also known as coparcenary property, includes all property that is inherited by a Hindu male from his father, grandfather, or great-grandfather, held jointly by coparceners of a Hindu undivided family, that is, the father, his sons, grandsons, and great-grandsons. After the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, daughters also became coparceners. Joint family property also includes property acquired using income from ancestral property or property that is voluntarily thrown into the common pool by a family member. So, simply living in the same house doesn't make the property joint, there must be a legal and ancestral connection. Part 2: Essential elements to prove joint family property. To prove that a property is joint family property in court, you must establish 4 key elements. 1. Existence of a joint Hindu family. The family must not have been divided in status. Just having blood relations is not enough, there must be evidence that the family intended to remain joint in food, worship, or estate. 2. Coparcenary rights. Only coparceners, that is, those who acquire a birthright in the property, can seek partition. Earlier, it was only males, but since 2005, daughters have equal rights. 3. Ancestral nature of property. The property should be inherited across 3 generations without any division, it must be ancestral in nature. 4. Source of funds or nucleus. If the property was purchased using ancestral income or joint family resources, it becomes joint family property. Part 3: Types of evidence required. You will need strong documentary and oral evidence to convince the court. This includes title documents showing that the property was inherited from ancestors, revenue records like 7/12 extracts or khasra entries showing possession by multiple family members, mutation entries or katha records listing the HUF or joint family members as owners, proof of income nucleus showing the income came from ancestral property, oral testimony of elders, neighbors, or local officials regarding joint possession, financial documents like bank records or tax filings in the name of the karta, conduct of parties such as shared expenses, collective decisions, or repairs from common funds. Remember, possession alone doesn't prove jointness. You must link the property to the ancestral chain or prove it was acquired from joint income. Part 2: Who bears the burden of proof? Here's an important legal point. The initial burden is on the person who claims the property is joint. If you can prove that the property is ancestral or acquired from joint family income, then the burden shifts to the other side to prove that it is self-acquired. So always build your case with clear and convincing proof. Part 5: Landmark judgments by Supreme Court. Let's now understand how courts have interpreted joint family property in real cases. 1. Mallaraddi vs. Mallappa, 2023 SCC Online SC 677. Supreme Court ruled that mere possession or family relationship is not enough. You must prove either ancestral origin or purchase from joint funds. 2. M. Balasubramaniam vs. M. Rajiv, 2021 SCC Online SC 149. If the joint family is shown to own some ancestral properties, there is a presumption that other properties held by the karta are also joint unless proven otherwise. 3. Yamunabai vs. Anantarao, 1988, 1 SCC 530. Explained that coparcenary rights must be proved with clarity, just claiming to be part of a family doesn't grant partition rights. 4. K.Versus Narayanaswamy Iyer vs. K.Versus Periyakruppan, AIR 1964 SC 1828. If a property is purchased from joint family nucleus, then it is presumed to be joint unless rebutted. 5. Kalyani vs. Narayanan, 1980, 1 SCC 298. The conduct and behavior of family members in treating property as common plays a big role in determining its legal status. 6. K.Versus Ramaswamy vs. K.Versus Srinivasan, AIR 2003 SC 3903. Even if property is in one person's name, it can be joint property if bought using joint family funds. These judgments clarify that documentary proof, financial tracing, and conduct matter more than assumptions. Part 6. When property is not joint. There are cases where a property is not considered joint. If one coparcenary purchases the property from his own income. If the property is received through gift or will exclusively. If the person maintains the property exclusively without help from family funds. So don't assume all family property is joint, it has to be proved. Part 7. Legal strategy in court. If you are filing or defending a partition suit, follow these steps. 1. File title and ancestral documents showing chain of inheritance. 2. Prove that the property was purchased from joint family funds. 3. Summon witnesses familiar with family transactions and history. 4. Collect mutation and revenue records showing joint possession. 5. Plead with specific dates, names, and financial details to establish ownership pattern. Conclusion. To sum up, proving joint family property in court is not automatic. You must prove ancestral origin or acquisition from joint family income. Present strong evidence, both oral and documentary. Use the legal presumptions in your favor if ancestral link is shown. And always rely on the principles laid down by the Supreme Court. I hope this video has helped you understand how courts decide the status of joint family property in partition suits. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more legal insights. I will meet you in the next video soon. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.